my nigga. Out here, we call it profiling. Now, they call it quality of life act. So if your quality of life says that you represent this, that, or the other, we can search you. We can tell you to pull. We can tell you to get out your vehicle. That's probable cause. Fuck all that Black Lives Matter shit niggas is talking about. What niggas is doing, nigga. This is a law, nigga.
Yeah, that's a
And they
fact.
Police
still
are
go
there.
and they still gonna use it at their discretion though, Wack.
Ain't gotta be no discretion. You call yourself you banging or you riding around, you got a red bandana tied around your rearview mirror or one of your back pocket, nigga, some shit around your neck or whatever, some dumb shit. Nigga, you better start wearing long sleeves, nigga. You got tattoos, you riddle with anything, say cripple blood or gangster this or blood this. Nigga, you better wear something to cover that shit up. I'll let another motherfucker drive.
Yeah, that shit cold. Yeah, I'm gonna read it to y'all, man. So the link is up top. Matter of fact, I'm gonna reset the room real quick. Hey, welcome to the 100 ENT show on the Clubhouse app. If you're new to the room, welcome. This is the 100 ENT show. If you're on stage and the audience would like to come up or you want to stay on stage, don't act bougie. Make sure that you go up top, hit the greenhouse, join the club, and of course, follow the moderators on stage. You see what's going on, y'all. NY, wake and bake warning to New York streets. Y'all see it's the link up top, and we finna get to it, man. Now, this is from a credible source. This is CNN.com. It says New York City's mayor is a former NYPD captain. This is his plan to combat gun violence in the city. Plagued by a spate of high-profile incidents of violence during his first 3 weeks in office, New York City Mayor Eric Adams on Monday laid out an ambitious blueprint to combat gun violence, from increasing officers on patrol and combating the influx of guns into the city, to encouraging prosecutors to move forward earlier with the gun charges and creating jobs for residents at high risk. The blueprint comes at the wake of the death of a New York Police Department officer responded to a domestic incident late last week. 5 NYPD officers have been shot this month, police said, with Jason Rivera the first to lose his life. This is not just a plan for the future, it's a plan for right now, Adams said at the news conference. Gun violence is a public health crisis. There is no time to wait. We must act. The sea of violence comes from many rivers. We must dam every river that feeds this greater crisis. The plan will leverage the New York Police Department with targeted precision policing, focusing on the 30 precincts where 80% of the violence occurs, and expand the anti-violence crisis management system to address the symptoms of gun violence, Adams said. The plan also calls for more state and federal resources, the mayor said. As Adams has previously mentioned, he will put more NYPD officers on the streets and have fewer officers at the desk staffing. Crime in New York reached historic lows over the past 3 decades before numbers started to go up in 2020, a spat that has continued over the last 2 years and mirrors what is being felt in big cities around the country. While it's early in the year, the trend has continued through the first 3 weeks of the year, with the city seeing a 38% increase in major crimes through January 24th compared to the same period last year. To help address this, the mayor said he wants to expand the partnership between the NYPD and state police, honing in on public transportation facilities to stop the flow of illegal guns into the city. Spot checks at locations such as the Port Authority and other bus and train stations will be critical to this effort, he said. Additional resources for the Gun Violence Suppression Division, the existing gun seizure unit, will help police continue to seize illegal guns and build cases against illegal gun carriers, traffickers, and sellers. New technology will help the NYPD identify suspects carrying illegal guns, adding another tool to help build cases against traffickers, Adams said. Deeper coordination with the FBI and other federal partners to track down gun traffickers will be critical. Adams, a former NYPD captain, had already revealed some details of his plan. He told CNN on Sunday the city will immediately reinstate the newer version of the modified plainclothes anti-gun unit, a step he endorsed during his campaign. The new plainclothes unit of the NYPD will be on the streets within a few weeks, Adams said Monday. Plainclothes policing units have been criticized by some as the outdated policing practice, and the New York Police Department reassigned many such officers in 2020. However, Adams, who took office in the new year, said his team has done the proper analysis, and now we're going to deploy that. Adams spent the weekend underscoring the need to address rising crime and gun violence after NYPD officer Rivera, 22, was fatally shot while responding to a domestic incident in Harlem on Friday evening. Officer Wilbert Moore, 27, was also shot and remained in critical condition as of Sunday, the NYPD said on their Twitter. He was expected to be transferred Sunday evening from Harlem Hospital to NYU Langone Medical Center, the department said. The suspect in that shooting, LaShawn McNeil, died Monday, the NYPD told CNN. Rivera and Moore were both 4th and 5th NYPD officers to be shot the start of the year. Though NYPD officers have not been only victims of gun violence, an 11-month-old girl was shot in the face, caught in the crossfire in the Bronx. The shooting Wednesday left her in critical condition. Incoming NYPD Commissioner Kichant Swell has asked precinct commanders to select candidates for the modified plainclothes anti-gun unit, according to the city official. The unit's focus will be getting illegal guns off the street, and those selected would have to go through specific training. It's a pretty long article. Definitely, it's up top for you guys to be able to read and go through. Now I'm going to another link. This one is at www.one.nyc.gov. And this is about Mayor Adams again. And let's see.
The
Public Safety
coldest part
Administration.
about it is this, right? They already know the areas of the gangs. You know what I'm saying? They know that already. So now they come right down the block, right? They don't even got to put a gun on you no more. They can just stick a red rag in your blue rag in your back pocket. They say based because he had this research and we found this. So niggas better start adjusting. You know what I'm saying? Quick out there. Real quick out there. Niggas know they gotta stay dangerous, protect themselves. But what's coming next is they gonna start giving niggas lengthy time sentences for these laws. Believe that. Right now, this shit ain't even about. This shit is about his next election, and he got to put the work in, right, to show and prove to the people, look what I've done. And the only way that's gonna happen if the niggas in the streets is locked up with lengthy sentences. So niggas better wake up, spread the word. You from New York? Tell your niggas on different boroughs, hey, look, my nigga, the quality of life. You can Google that shit. The quality of life law is it's already been there. It just wasn't in effect. It's back in effect. That means if you walking down the street, nigga, and you got something hanging out your pocket that look like a bandana or some shit like that going on, or you wearing a certain type of hat that they can identify with that block that means something, that's now probable cause. I would love for some of my New York brothers in this room come up here, elaborate. I know the negative shit is always a little more popular, but you know, you always say we talk about a nigga that's telling or a nigga that's gay or something like this. You know, really y'all should be having this conversation in y'all rooms, but you know, like I said, I don't discriminate. If it was some shit about Atlanta, about Dallas, Minnesota, Florida, I don't give a fuck where it is. I'm gonna talk about it to enlighten people on what's going on.
So basically, it's stop and frisk all over again.
Well, they haven't brought that one back yet. See, stop and frisk was just some. This is they targeting gang members. Now we both know everybody with a red or blue bandana may not be a gang member. My motherfucker might be on his way to work. You know what I'm saying? But it's kind of that. This is called quality of life. That's what they call it. quality of life.
So how do you
Yo, that
determine
shit's
if they're a
crazy,
gang
man.
member? How they wearing it, or if it's out of a
Nah, what
pocket?
they've
Like,
done
how do you
is they went
determine?
and got their experts and they said, this is that, this is this hat is that, this hat is this. See, the streets is we the stupidest motherfuckers around, right? Because we broadcast everything that we think we want to hide. And I think this is why I totally ignore the streets, because when my light came on with my intelligent ass from doing some dumb ass shit, I was like, nothing about this shit makes sense that we do. We go get a car, we put super loud music in it to let the police know we coming down the block. Right? Even though we know everything we got on the car came from illegal revenue, right? See, everything about what we do is dumb as fuck. We caught the BMW and the slot at the projects. And then we wonder why a nigga robbed us. Right? You know what I'm saying? So we just gotta start waking up, bro. And this just one of my ways of saying, yo, the brothers out there, y'all got some new shit going on. I don't know if y'all paying attention, because a lot of times these bills get passed and niggas in the ghetto didn't vote on them, right? But niggas need to pay attention to what's going on, bro. Start educating their young homies, spreading the word, letting they niggas know that's on their way home from jail. Hey, look, bro, this is what they doing. Don't get out here, because you'll find yourself right back in there. You know what I mean? This is what they doing out here. This is the new shit going on. You know, niggas are telling another nigga about a diss song quick. That shit will spread through the streets like a wildfire. But, you know, this type of shit, niggas tend not to want to talk about. See, ain't gonna be no rooms over there in these other rooms saying Wack 100 and Reek gave a room today enlightening, you know, us on new laws in the New York streets. You know, they saw NY Wake Bake warning to the streets, thought we was gonna come in here talking about these streets. Nah, bro, wake up. Y'all got some different shit going on out there. You know, you got the fucking your new mayor. That's a former captain. That's a dangerous crossover.
That Uncle Tom ass nigga ain't playing, dog.
Hey,
Yeah,
Wack,
that's what I'm saying, bro.
is he Republican or Democrat?
I don't know what that nigga is. I know that nigga on a mission. Whatever one he
It
is,
don't
his ass
matter.
tripping.
It's
For
one
sure,
and the
for sure,
same.
for sure.
This shit
Yeah,
is
whatever one he
basically
is, he tripping. Miss
this
Popular, where your badge at? Yeah, he tripping.
this shit is basically a stop and frisk on steroids.
There you have it. There you have it. And guess what? Give him another quarter two. Guess implement
Gang injunctions.
stop and frisk attached to that.
Wack right. Wack, you
But you
right.
know the crazy part about it,
Hey, and
right?
the minute he
You
gonna
right.
implement stop and frisk in addition, at that point it's time for me to sell my house.
Hell yeah.
And you know the crazy part about it, right? They even got shit now where they can drive by your car, by your block, and find out. And they got heat detectors where they can detect if you got a gun on you or anything.
Well, here go
Ooh.
the thing about
Hey,
They
that.
been
hey,
had that in the
Oh.
back of
But
their
here go
yeah.
the thing
car.
about that. Unless that gun been fired, what type of heat is it detected?
That's true. You're right about
That
that.
motherfucker ain't 98.6. It ain't hotter than your body heat. That
Hey,
cold, you know what I'm
well,
saying? That plastic, but that
Oh.
in
cold
Connecticut.
steel, you know what I'm saying?
I'm in Connecticut. Up here, they got shot spotters, and I know
Man.
when you lock up in Connecticut, they got this thing called SRG, Security Risk Group. When you go to the board, before you can get either they grant you parole, you got to denounce whatever gang you in, and you got to sign some kind of document. And
Ooh.
if you get caught in the street and some kind of gang shit, your parole gets revoked, and they can hit you with some more shit.
That's it, like the
Well,
gang
out here we
allegations,
just
yeah.
got nigga, you
Hey,
can't
hey,
be
what's
around
going on,
gang
y'all?
members.
Yeah.
Them
Hey,
shot spotters is old. They been
can I
had
chime in
those.
real quick about that mayor?
Yeah, listen, just y'all just coming in. He just reenacted or reactivated the quality of life rule, which says if you're openly displaying bandanas of a color that signify gang, certain hats, tattoos, which deem you to be an active member or participant of any of that and those activities, that's their probable cause to search you, your vehicle, or whatever else you in. Just so
Hey,
you
hey,
know.
And
Hey,
you
hey,
know
Wack,
this
hey,
is gonna
Wack.
cause major RICO cases too as well.
Yeah, because the more niggas
That
arrested,
mayor a Democrat. That mayor a Democrat.
I wouldn't give a fuck what he is. I'm talking about the nigga, the situation.
Hey, yo, Wack.
Democrat, Republic, I don't know what the nigga is. I know the nigga,
Well, the only
he
reason I
not
say
playing out there.
well, the only reason I say that, Wack, is because the Democrat politics in these cities. Like, I'm from Philly, right? So in Philly, we got a crime issue, but at least in Philly, they not taking away our rights. So I know you from California, and I know it's night and day between California and Texas. Like, as far as the gun legislation out in California, if you a square, you can't have no firearm to protect yourself out there. In Philly, we got that right. New York, you can't carry nothing. In Philly, man, we 30'd up. AR-15s, Atlanta the same way. You go to New York, man, you can't have nothing. So you know what I mean? Like the legislation in New York allow the people to swallow itself. I
Hey,
think that's another reason why New York, and other places that's bigger, like the gun legislation is real bad in places where it got gangs, Chicago, New York, and LA. But over in Philly, like I said, over Philly, man, if you stay out of the way, man, and you pretty good. Like I'm used to carrying a gun over here, bro. I ride around with an AR-15 in my car. I go to Jersey to work. I work in Camden and cut hair. I can't carry nothing over there. Butt naked, bro. Butt naked. If I want to carry a gun over there, I gotta take the risk to get 5 years.
this New York law that they got, what it's gonna cause is like they were saying more Ricos because you gonna get a gang of motherfuckers get pulled over, start snitching. This is about to bring out more motherfuckers.
Not only that, outside of guns, you got to remember when they say the quality of life law gives us probable cause to search because you got a bandana or something on your hat or a certain tattoo.
Yeah,
Fuck the gun. You might have some dope on you. Ain't no
yeah,
telling what you got
or
on.
dope cases. Yeah, you right.
Whatever they find, look, I beat a case in Texas outright. Took me 7 years. I beat it up on the one thing, illegal search and seizure. Now they have probable cause to search based on
Yeah.
some bullshit.
But see, you said in Texas you beat it. Texas a state that respect
You
constitutional
can say
laws.
it with the phone and say, I beat an illegal search and seizure. I'm not from Texas, my nigga. So that's not state.
Yeah.
Nigga, if you caught with something, you caught with something. Like, I don't know, nigga. You can't tell. I spent $375 and called into a bail bonds every motherfucking Thursday for 7 years to check in. So, nigga, no, I had to beat that based upon they had no probable cause to search the vehicle.
Yeah, you're right. Like
You
when I
know what I'm
go,
saying?
yeah, you're
Yeah,
right.
they don't give a fuck about that unless I'm a resident of that state. I'm bumped. I'm not. My license don't say Texas, right?
Yeah,
So
yeah.
same rule apply out there. So motherfuckers need to wake up, spread that word, let motherfuckers know you might want to change that attire, my nigga. Tuck them rags. You know
Hey,
what I'm
Yeah.
saying?
I'm
From what I understand, them laws that go centered towards gangs, what it does is that it opens up a loophole for law enforcement to violate constitutional rights.
There you go. Or just
exactly.
go
Brother.
Cameron, bro, and wear a pink rag. Fuck it.
Exactly. You
Hey,
they said they said that's why 50 Cent always never claim a gang. They be like that. I heard that before. They was like he always tried to say that he not a gang. You know what I mean? Because he don't want to get caught up in no RICO.
50 Cent ain't no crip or no blood.
Right. Right.
He get from Southside Queens.
Right.
I ain't never even heard the nigga claim a block.
Yeah.
The Jamaica Queen.
That nigga just see, that's the way it's supposed to be out there. That nigga just a representation of Queens, my nigga. You know what I'm saying? That's it, nigga. I'm from Queens, so Southside Queens. So, but this shit gonna get serious. Look like Rikers is already fucked up. I've been following Hocus 4/5 and his movement on exposing that. The inmates pretty much look like they running that motherfucker. You
Uh-huh.
know? So
Hey,
Yo,
hey, Wack. Hey, I
Hocus
seen
thorough.
this.
Hocus up on the politics too. Hocus thorough. He a thorough bull. I like Hocus. He
I
yeah.
definitely
seen
on the
this.
politics.
I seen this documentary on that county jail when I was locked up. It was about this young brother named Khalif Browder or Khalif Brown, something
Khalif
like that.
Browder, yeah.
yeah, I
He
seen
spent like He's young and spent like, man, 4 years in that county jail going through hell, having to fight, getting jumped, getting into it with the police. They spitting in his food, leaving him in segregation for like an hour, a year, 15 months. And he's sitting in there fighting for his life 4 years. The whole time kept saying he's innocent. And they tried to make him take deals, and he like, no, I'm innocent. It wasn't me. I'm innocent. I'm innocent. Whole time, Shorty ended up being innocent. He get out, and due to the trauma and the depression and the stress that he went through from being inside of Rikers Island and going through the things that he went through, physically, mentally, and emotionally, he ended up hanging himself.
The deep thing about that was that how he get what was the legislation that put him in there for a book bag though?
Man, over a book bag.
That's what I'm talking about. The legislation. That's Democrat legislation, man. They the New York Democrat state. Like, you know what I mean? Young boy did all that time for a book bag. That's their laws. Goofy. They laws real goofy over there.
And then, like, man, it was sad watching that. But you know that brother, he, due to him being in segregation for as long as he was.
I think your
Hey, is
mic's
it? I
covered.
was gonna say, is this phone low or is it just me?
You
I
muffled,
thought
bro.
that was me
Hey,
too.
can
I'm
you hear
like,
me
damn,
now?
mine a bad area.
Yeah.
Yeah, you good, son. You good.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah,
Yeah,
you
you
good.
got it.
Yeah, like, and then, me being in the Department of Corrections during that time, you know what I'm saying, in the system, and I'm watching that story over the TV screen, and following on the news and all that. That young man, his life changed a lot of stuff for everyone inside the walls. If y'all noticed around 2000, damn, he better slow down for he crashed. If y'all notice in 2000, what was it, 14, I think that's when he passed, 2015. Um if you were inside the walls, if you were in the system, you'll notice that they changed the ad seg, the whole time, the disciplinary time. They changed that in the system, and that was because of him, because of how much time he spent in that hole and what it did to you mentally and whatnot. And when he came home, due to him taking his life, that played a big effect on that. Like, if you followed that story, you would have noticed it, and you were in prison during that time. You would notice they changed it where you cannot get no more than like 60 to 90 days disciplinary time, and then they could still leave you back there after that in the hole, but they got to put you on AdSeg, and they got to give you the opportunity to gain more of your property into your cell with you. Every 30 days, they got to let you get a new item, whether it's more books, or whether it's a radio, whether it's your television, whatever it is. They did that was because of that young man on Rikers Island, and they were supposed to shut that shit down then. The way they treat you incarcerated, man, that's a whole nother.
Hey,
You
this
talking about the
mayor of
Khaleesi
New York
story?
City, he didn't put his brother as like the head person for the whole New York City police department. Like, them niggas is focused on getting money, and they ready to lock up everybody. So if y'all niggas in New York, y'all already know, like, it's they and it's a black man that on top of that. So he going hard, like, shit crazy.
I ain't gonna